So here's my second video. I want to reply to Leslie. Leslie had a great question. Leslie says, for problem set 6, sine 2x, or sine squared x, is not the same as cosine x squared, which is not the same as sine 2x. Ugh. And no questions for 79. Alright, so what does that mean? And she's not alone. A lot of you have the same questions or problems about, trig and stuff like that. So let me pull up my notebook again and let me find a, let me just write out an example and what the differences are. This right here means take sine x and square it. So this means the exact same thing as this. They just put the 2 here, or the notation they put the 2 here so people aren't get confused. Is it sine of x squared or is it sine x the whole thing squared? So that's why mathematically it's like, oh, let's put the 2 here so everybody knows it's sine x squared, like so. That's different than, Leslie put down cosine x squared. This means you square x first and then take the cosine of it. So for example, I said if x equals 5, that means take the cosine of 25. If x equals 5 here, that means take the sine of 5 and then square it. Take the sine of 5 first and then square it. So do you guys see the difference between sine squared x and cosine x squared? Okay. Where that 2 is tells me what do I square first. This one says take the sine of it and then square it. This one means square it and then take the cosine or the sine. And then the last one she asked about was sine 2x. Like so. That means you multiply by 2 first and then take the trig function of it. So in our example of x equals 5, this means the exact same thing as sine of 10. So even though they all look very similar, sine squared x, cosine x squared, and sine 2x, all three mean something completely different. So hopefully that answered your question, Leslie, and anybody else that's sort of confused, hopefully you guys understand it.